let me set the scene. Back in 2015, the Ferrari 458 was Ferrari's perfection. It's a naturally aspirated 4.5-liter V8 that revved to 9,000 RPM. Even Motor Trend called it the best V8 of the century. And then what happened? Ferrari replaced it with this, a smaller displacement 3.9-liter V8, but they added turbos. They had the internet going crazy. They said that Ferrari lost their soul, that they killed their best sounding V8 ever, but let me tell you what actually happened. 661 horsepower versus a 458 550 horsepower, 560 pound-feet of torque versus a 458 400 pound-feet of torque, and a 0 to 60 of 3 seconds compared to a 3.5. The Ferrari 488 didn't just replace the 458, it obliterated it. But this wasn't just Ferrari slapping turbos on their existing V8, they actually built the V8 from the 488 from the ground up. Ferrari used turbochargers with ball bearing shafts and titanium aluminum compressor wheels. They spent millions of dollars trying to reduce the turbo lag from their existing turbos. And believe it or not, the turbos from the 488 come from jet engines. That's what I said, jet engines. 2,000 RPM of the turbos at 0.2 seconds, that's pretty much instantaneous. They figured out the way of how to get rid of the worst part of a turbocharged engine, the lag, while keeping the best part, the power. But there's a crucial piece that everyone that critiqued the 488 kind of missed. This wasn't Ferrari's first time or first rodeo with turbos. The F40, their most legendary supercar, was turbocharged. The 288 GTO was also turbocharged. And even the 208 GTB from back on 1982 was also turbocharged. Ferrari didn't abandon their heritage. They just returned to it. The first thing that you notice if you've ever driven a 458 Italia, if you haven't, it's the sound. The sound of the V8 is completely different to the 458 Italia. The 458 was more of a screamer, it kind of screams at you. This car is like, of course, because it's turbo, it's a little bit, it's like a muffled V8, but it still wants you to let him out of the cage, you know? It's kind of like the engine is back there, you can't hear him, it's not screaming at your face, but you can still hear and feel the power, and once you punch the throttle, the car is flying. When you're stuck in traffic like this, that's where the turbos shine, because one of the main problems that you have with turbochargers, if you've ever driven a car with a big turbo, if you haven't, it's lag. Lag is the time that it takes for you to hit the throttle and the actual turbos to spin and give power to the car. This is where Ferrari invested millions of dollars to get the 488 right, because I can tell you there's no lag. And that's actually weird if you drive a turbocharged car. The lag is almost minimal, and it really shines when you're stuck in traffic, because you punch the throttle and it feels like a naturally aspirated car. It feels like the torque is coming on very quickly, so you don't really get the disadvantages of a turbo car, while you do get all the advantages, which is fast response, you get power, you get torque, and the car pulls like. Now, when it comes to the power delivery, the 458 was more of a crescendo. The power kind of came as you went through the power band. With the 458, literally, you only drop a gear, and it's like a train is hitting you on the face and putting you against the seat. And that was literally me punching the throttle for like 3 seconds, and we're already doing, you know, like 20 over the speed limit. So what I kind of gotta say is, this Ferrari didn't only replace the 458, they really superseded it in every single aspect. When it comes to power, it's extremely fast, way faster than the 458. And when it comes to handling, you know, it's still a Ferrari. It handles great, it's precise, the shifts are amazing, and I don't really see why people hate it. It's easy to hate it when you haven't driven it. 488 wasn't the end of Ferrari's soul. It was the car that dared to be different and paved the way for all the Ferraris we got today. Look at the SF90, a twin turbocharged with a hybrid assist. Look at the 296 GTB, a V6 twin turbocharged, and even their flagship F80 is also turbocharged. The 488 GTB is a car that actually dared to be different and ended up defining the future of the Ferrari brand, providing and proving to the customer that Ferrari and turbos could coexist. And I think all of the Ferraris nowadays kind of own its existence to this car. The 488, the Ferrari that dared to be different and ended up changing the future of the entire brand. So what do you think? Do you think Ferrari went the wrong way with the turbochargers in this car? Or do you think that the turbos actually make it more fun? Let us know in the comments below, what do you think and what's your take? And if you own one of these bad boys, let us know your experience. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and don't forget to be posted for more content like this.